Now, to be honest with you, I am running a little bit late today. I did have a marvelous green screen set up, but I just don't really have time to do the layering on layering on layering to make it. So, unfortunately, you've just got the view of the office or the studio, Tokyo room, basically. And I don't know if you can see that chair there. He likes to sleep there in the evening. Lovely cat. Okay, what's happening today is the title. It's quite interesting, really. Three Gorges Dam overflow, Typhoon Rai hits China, and something about Nick. I can never say this name, and I don't. I even made a video, but didn't choose to use it. But I'm going to do it anyhow. I'm going to have a go. Nicaragua, China and Nicaragua. What's going on there? So, without further ado, if you're ready, let's get into this. Now, China state media has this headline: Three Gorges Reservoir hits full storage capacity for 12 years, it's 12 consecutive years. Well done. The levels we'll look at a little bit later on, but they have risen, which is really strange for this time of year. When I mean risen, it's not a drastic rise, but it's sort of like a couple of centimeters here and there. And related to the overflow, now we all know, if you're a regular viewer, the number to always look for is 175. But last year I did do a video. Unfortunately, it's deleted for certain kind of reasons, copyright, etc. But let's not go into that. That I did have a eyewitness report that there were floods or water going over the dam. This was basically to win because the water level was higher than 175. It was a windy day, so it does happen. What are the consequences of this is what you're possibly asking. Well, when my buddy was there, or friend, colleague, someone I know, it wasn't that serious. It was just a little bit windy and it was safe to walk across the actual dam. Um, he was there basically for some business purpose. Again, I'm not going to delve into that because when I did do it, oh my God, everyone tried to be a Sherlock Holmes and no one was even close. I digress. So if it does go over the 175, then what is going to happen? Well, they are going to open all the sluice gates, all 11 of them, I do believe. And there was a report with a network in China called CTGN, China Television Global Network, the one that got banned from the UK for disinformation, basically. And the guy was saying that never have 11 floodgates been opened. But if you actually look at some footage of last year, 2020, 11 floodgates have been opened. You can count them individually because there was a lot, and I mean a lot of footage last year. Now, there's hardly any footage at all. That's what would happen, and the towns and cities downstream would get the floods basically, and they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't warn the citizens of what's going to happen because if they do, they would have to pay the reimbursement to them. They would have to give them money, but if they don't, then they can deny nothing happened and it was just heavy rain. Little bit crafty what to do, but you could say welcome to governments, welcome to CPC, welcome to the Water Ministry of Water Resources, welcome to the Three Gorges Dam Corporation. Whoo! Should we take a break? Yes, good idea. Oh, Pepsi Cola. Lip-sticking Pepsi Cola. It reaches parts where other colas cannot. Pepsi. Have a Merry Christmas with cola. Pepsi Cola. The choice of the world. Okay, let's have a look at the weather for you for today. And I sort of combine this so we can see the Typhoon Rai hitting China, but it doesn't stay for very long. You can see the date stamp below. And the hand is by the Three Gorges Dam and dry at first, but there is a small weather front coming in from the west from Chongqing or Tibet, around that area. And a little bit, a pitter-patter of rain is coming too the Three Gorges, you can see just there. And the levels look like this. Both of them have risen. If it's in red, it means it's gone up. Kutan from yesterday, I don't know and I can't remember yesterday, 171.19, and the Three Gorges Reservoir is 171.10. Both of them have risen, but only an incy bincy teeny bit, like an incy bincy spider. Okay, so the next topic is, let's have a look at this typhoon which has hit the Philippines quite drastically, unfortunately. Very strange to have a typhoon this time of year, December. It's sort of like the dry, cool season. It's the season, high season they call it, for tourism, if there was no COVID. And you can see, first of all, the satellite picture of the actual typhoon, and you've seen it on the weather forecast in which direction it's going. It's hit Henan province already. This is the big island very close to Vietnam. And you can also see some images of, when it did hit Henan province. Again, the island really close to Vietnam, that does belong to China. It's going to go past Hong Kong, and then it's going to hit Taiwan, the country of Taiwan. Then it's going to disperse into the Pacific Ocean again. But it has left a trail, especially in the Philippines, of destruction, and we do pray for everyone to be safe with that, and hope that you can have some kind of reasonably good Christmas, especially in the Philippines, where they do celebrate Christmas, as 80% of the population, I do believe, is Roman Catholic. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was Nicaragua and China. They have just signed a pact saying that Taiwan belongs to China, and Taiwan is not an independent country. Before they did support Taiwan, but now they didn't. And I would guess the main reason is about a thing that they want to bring up again, which failed the first time, to build a canal from the Caribbean Ocean or the Caribbean Sea all the way to the Pacific, just like the Panama. Some of you may have been along the Panama, and in 2016 they can take any width of ship. Before that, if it was too wide, it would have to go all the way around South America, costing a lot of money. The transit of the Panama, I think, is about $100,000 per ship. I think it depends on the size, but I know it's a very expensive thing to do. So, would China actually put in a canal there? Well, China has relationships with Panama. If you go back to 2016, hey, the Panama Papers. But would they build it in Nicaragua? It would cost around about $40 billion, about $3 billion more than the Three Gorges. I could imagine that's including the corruption costs as well. Ha ha ha. But the environmental impact would be devastating. But you could say there's going to be lots of corruption related to this, lots of backhanders. It's not going to help the population of 46 million people in Nicaragua, and most of the workers are going to be Chinese, and you're going to have lots of diseases like dengue, typhoon, or the malaria diseases there. So it would be an absolute nightmare to build, but I could imagine if they did build it, then they would do the transit cost a lot cheaper. And it's closer to America, so it's going to cut down, and the shipping companies obviously would choose that. But we have the quality of Chinese building structures, TOEFL. It's possibly going to be done on the cheap. The Panama Canal is like over 100 years old and still going. Do you think this canal, if it's built, would last that long? Basically, the money is just going to the dictator or the president of Nicaragua, and nothing is going to go to the population. It's just how it is, and it's a great shame. I hope it doesn't go through, and I still hope that the Panama Canal exists for a very long time. It's just a fantastic trade structure, and many thanks to the Americans way back in the early part of the last century for completing it. The French didn't do very well with that one. Done. And a little bit of advertising for you. Coming up very soon on this show is a small motorbike trip that I took with my girlfriend, basically to go and get some gasoline and get some cat food for Tokyo. and they slowly getting to the end of the 38 road project, which means 38 roads have been resurfaced, and it actually looks in a lot of the city centre really nice. And I will be putting this up in maybe 12 or 24 hours. How do you know about it? Quite simply, subscribe, like, hit the notifications, hit all, then you get a message on your phone when it's released. There's no talking on the video, it's just a motorbike trip done for you. I'm going to leave it there for today. I've literally got 1 hour before I have to post this for 6 o'clock my time, and I will wish everyone, wherever you are in the world, a happy day. Thank you, God bless, be good. Don't forget that Pepsi Cola. Ooh, Pepsi Cola, the best looking Pepsi Cola.